Hi everyone, welcome back to another Nikki Uncut. In this video, I want to share what I think are the latest and greatest drugstore makeup hits. I've been trying a lot of drugstore makeup as of lately, and I've been really impressed with a lot of stuff. So I rounded up a pretty small list, not an overwhelming list, of some of the best new drugstore products that I have tried, and I'm really excited because there's some great products in this category and in this list. So the first thing I actually want to talk about is a product that's not actually too new to the market, but it's newer to me. I've been using this in the last couple of months. It's the Maybelline New York Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I was heavily influenced to buy this by influencers. Basically, I was on TikTok. I saw it on a ton of people. Everyone raves about it. I was like, I have to just go out and get it. But every time I would go to purchase this in store, and this was kind of my mistake, in store, they never had the right shades available. They were always sold out of like any shades that would be close to like what would match me. So for that reason, I didn't try it sooner than I just recently did because it was always sold out. So I finally got it at Target. I had the shade 220 and it's pretty close to an ideal match for me. I actually have it on right now in this video. It's my primary foundation that I have on with other things, but this is like my main foundation that I'm wearing. It's buildable. It gives you like the most gorgeous, radiant glow to your skin, but without being too metallic. It almost looks like it would be a little on the metallic side. And honestly, you know what this really reminds me of? When I look at this in the bottle, it reminds me a lot of the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation and how you can kind of see that metallic, almost like glitter inside the bottle. But once you have that foundation on, you don't really see the like glitter particles on your skin. Same idea, same kind of vibe, but better. Sorry, I love Makeup by Mario, but definitely better. It just gives a gorgeous sheen to your skin. Also, the biggest plus I think that I love about this foundation is it's very long wearing. It literally is a very long wearing. It says it's a 24-hour. I don't wear it that long, but it does wear on your skin really, really well. And I have combination oily skin and it stays put extremely, extremely well. So that is like a new drugstore hit for me. And I've been absolutely loving that skin tint. The other products, well, I have many amazing new drugstore products that I think are just total slam dunk hits. And I want to get to the next one quickly because I want to actually finish my brows with this product. My brows are roughly done. I just need to touch them up because I've been kind of taking off my makeup, putting it back on. And in that process, I've destroyed what was a perfect brow that I started with this morning. This is such an impressive product. It's from Maybelline New York again. It's the Build-A-Brow. So it's a double-ended brow marker on this end, and then you get a brow gel on this end. The brow gel is nice. It's not replacing my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. I still use this even with this product. But the brow pen on the other side is so good. It's amazing. And I love the NYX, was it like Brow Lift and Snatch pen. I've used it for years and years. I've talked about it so much on my channel, so I'll spare you. But I still love that product too, but this really does like rival it, if not beat it, I have to say. Because the tip of the pen is so fine. But it's also still like really easy to work with. It's super long wearing. You can get like a really nice, delicate little brow stroke with this pen. And it's not like, I don't know, there's something very easy to use about this. It's not super messy and liquidy, whereas like the NYX one, I love it and I still use it, but it is a little bit more messy at times. It could kind of drip out and deposit too much product if you're not super careful. This one I can like throw on without really paying too much attention and without having to be super careful, and I still get a really beautiful, precise hair-like stroke. Also, bonus points because it's very long wearing. It doesn't get shiny throughout the day. It doesn't wear down. The oil in my skin doesn't naturally break down the product. It is just a great brow product. So I also have to say was very influenced to pick this up because a fellow YouTube content creator, Risa Does Makeup. If you don't follow her, she's amazing. She's on YouTube as well as Instagram and all those other platforms. But she had mentioned this product, or she talked about this product, and she really was raving about it. And I feel like her and I have similar brow issues. So when she was saying that she loved it, that was like enough for me to say, well, I need to go buy this as soon as possible. I was not disappointed. Clearly, that's why it's in this favorites video or this drugstore hits video. It is just such a great, fine tipped brow pen. You can literally draw on. If you had no brow hair, you could absolutely fake it till you make it with this pen. So this is such a huge drugstore hit. I am obsessed with this product. Now that my brows are done and I feel complete, they are looking really good, really groomed. I want to skip to another product that I already have on my skin. Sorry, I did not film this part, but I already have this on, and this is not a new product either necessarily. It's not old, but it's not like brand new, but it's newer to me. I did receive this in PR a while back when it was first launched. I want to say like maybe 6 months ago, like roughly. But I never really gave it a good try until recently. It's the Milani Liquid Contour. This is the shade 03 Toffee. This reminds me of like a better, easier version of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzing contour wand. I used to use that back in the day in my pro kit. I don't know why. It is such a messy formula to use as a bronzer or a contour, so I don't use it anymore, needless to say. But this reminds me of like a better version of that product, like less messy, more control, really easy to blend. It doesn't blend out patchy. I have it on as my liquid bronzer and also just to kind of sculpt my skin. I have it on my nose. I have a little bit around my lip. I love it. It's fantastic. This is such a drugstore hit to me. So if you haven't tried this and you want like a good liquid contour slash bronzer, because this could double as both, it's like a very neutral shade, pick this one up. Speaking of liquid products in like very like-minded packaging, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me rave about this product so many times at this point, and I've used it already in so many reels. I feel like at least 2, maybe not so many, but I've used it a lot. And also in my day-to-day life, I use this pretty much non-stop. It is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand. It's a blush. It's in the shade Rosé You Slay. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I know I've heard little things like, you know, apparently Charlotte Tilbury is not happy. Like, I guess Charlotte Tilbury called out e.l.f. Cosmetics just recently, from what I hear. Don't quote me. But she called them out and was like, basically like, you know, called them out for duping all of her heavy hitter products. But you know, here's the thing. e.l.f. crushes their dupes. They do such an incredible job, and it's hard not to use them, you know? And I still use the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light ones in my pro kit on my clients, and I love them. I adore them. They're an incredible product. But you know what? It's only fair to have like a very affordable version of it that is equally as good for the people that don't want to spend. I don't even know how much that product is. It's like at least $30, I believe. You know, for the people that don't want to spend an arm and a leg for that kind of finish and that kind of beautiful effect, it's nice that e.l.f. has stepped in and given like the same similar effect and option, but at a much more affordable price. So, you know, there's that. But look at how beautiful this is. So I blended it on with my N17 that has a little bit left over of this foundation on it, which is totally fine. I do that all the time. But the way it blends into your skin, so quick and so easy, and it doesn't leave a patchiness underneath. And that's like a big thing that is something that is hard not to, it's hard to avoid that sometimes when you're putting a very liquidy, like wet product such as this on top of an already pretty much set base like this one, and also a long wearing base like this one too. This is a very long wearing product. It's very hard to be able to blend it on top with such ease and without getting that patchiness and that lifting effect underneath. So I don't know. I mean, this just gets like 12 stars out of 10 in my opinion. It is such a fantastic, affordable, I think this is $9, affordable, gorgeous product from e.l.f. I couldn't recommend these more if I tried. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on and just layer it nice and casually, tapping it in with my N17, and then you're done. But my favorite way to wear this product too is across my nose. Oh my gosh, it's so, in fact, I'm just gonna tap a little bit more on. It's so stunning. Every time I wear this product, I get so many compliments. It just gives this beautiful blush, highlighter, perfect, like hybrid effect. It is just absolutely stunning. Best $9 you will spend at the drugstore, in my opinion. So now that I have that on, my makeup is starting to be more complete. And also, just full disclosure, the products I have on my eyes, they're not drugstore, but I will link them anyway in the description box because I have a feeling that you will ask. So I'll make sure I link everything that I have on my eyes. Actually, I lied. This is my eyeliner. This is also a drugstore product that I'm going to talk about in a second. But I will link the shimmer and the crease color in the description box of this video in case you wonder what it is. So now that we have our blush going and we talked about the base, we talked about all those things, I want to talk to you about the eyeliner that I just mentioned. So this is a newer, like slightly newer favorite of mine. It is such an incredible liquid liner formula. It's the Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio. I have the black one, I have the brown one. This is the brown one. This is the color that I have on right now. This is like for my wing liner. I've been wearing this close to every other day, if not sometimes every day. It's a fantastic, extremely long-wearing, budge-proof liquid liner. It has a really nice, very fine tipped pen or felt pen to it. You get a really nice amount of control. I do recommend, just as like a little FYI, if you have this product, make sure you're storing it so the tip is facing down, so that way all that liquid product can go and, you know, absorb into the felt tip pen. So every time you use it, it's nice and fresh and wet. You never want to like store it laying flat because then your product is not going to be, the product's going to be kind of stuck in the barrel and not actually in the tip. So just a little tip to throw at you. So that is a favorite. That is such a drugstore hit, in my opinion. Such an incredible liquid liner. I was shocked at how amazing that was when I first applied it, that I had to go back out and get the black one as well. Now, to finish up the eye makeup, this is actually the mascara that I have just one coat on. I stopped myself from putting another coat on because I want to share the second coat on camera with you all. This is a newer favorite. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Panorama Mascara. This is a fantastic, this is a hit, in my opinion. Like a fantastic, very, very voluminous, very dramatic drugstore mascara. And also I do love like the gold packaging. I'm such a sucker for that, and gold, clearly. So let me add one additional coat on camera just so you can kind of see how pretty this formula is. Great length. It gives you a nice amount of thickness, but it's really more about like the length and the volume that this mascara gives that I think makes it an amazing formula. Just gonna layer a little bit more on top of that existing coat that I have on. And I'm going to try not to clump them together. I like the wand of it too. It's a little bit more of a stiff plastic wand, which I do like. It gives you like a nice amount of control. But it's just a great, I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's a fantastic drugstore mascara. So if you're looking for a nice, affordable drugstore mascara, definitely check this one out. Okay. Look at that. It's a pretty fantastic mascara, in my opinion. Also, bonus, it doesn't run. It hasn't smudged on me. It has not flaked on me at all. So just something to call out. And I've tested it for like at least a couple of weeks at this point. So I would know by now. So that is another drugstore hit. Let's move on to a new lip combo. And I love so many drugstore lip products. I love drugstore lip liners. I have endless amounts of drugstore favorite lip products. These are two new drugstore hits, in my opinion. They're both from NYX. It's the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil. I have the shade, and I only have one. I need to pick up more shades, but this shade is right up my alley, and you'll see why in just a minute. You won't be surprised. It's like a beautiful, neutral, slightly warm brown. Oh, it is so stunning. But the shade is actually called Too Blessed. This formula, they crushed it with this formula. And then there's also the NYX, and some people love these, some people really do not like them at all. I really like them, but we'll talk more about it in a second. It's the NYX Duck Plump. It's an extreme sensation. It has like a warning thing on there. Thank God it does, because it really does. It gives you like a very spicy tingle. That's like the best way I can describe it. It's very spicy on your lips. Kind of like you had like a spicy taco that was filled with hot sauce and it hit your lips. That's exactly what it feels like to me on my lips. So, oh, and also the color that I have is Nude Swings. I think all the colors that they launched were so pretty. I want to pick up more, but let me show you. Let me stop talking and show you what this new drugstore hit combo is, in my opinion. I'm going to do the lip liner first, and I'm going to fill it in quite a bit, so just a forewarning. But what I also love about this formula is how smooth it glides on your lips. There's no tugging. It just goes on nice and smooth and kind of creamy, but this does dry down pretty quick and it's very, very long wearing. So just a warning. But look at that. It is just such a great formula. So pretty. I just love a good neutral brown lip liner. Fantastic. So I did kind of go in a little bit further than like you typically would. And the reason for that is because I want this to have a nice base underneath to last a bit longer. This formula is very thick, just as a warning, like a very, very thick, heavily, heavily pigmented gloss. I mean, you do not need a lipstick underneath this. This gives you like full on pigmentation, which I really like. So without further ado, the Duck Plump. But how pretty is this color combo? And I love, personally, I love the high contrast of that more rich brown liner and then that light shade on top. It is so gorgeous. So this gets spicy pretty quick. And again, I don't mind it. But I've been hearing a lot of people like talk about how they just can't handle it. It's too much. So just a warning. If you're like me and you were used to like the old school, what was it? The lip venom from Too Faced. Do you remember that formula? It was like putting, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like super intense, very, very like spicy cinnamon lip plumper on your lips that actually hurt genuinely. I didn't mind that. So if you're like me and you have like a big pain tolerance for that kind of stuff, then you won't mind this. Just blending that on and just blending it into the lip liner. So aside from these being an actual lip plumper, it's already getting spicy on my lips. Aside from them being a lip plumper, the formula and the way the formula feels on my lips reminds me a lot of like the tinted, it's almost like, it's like Patrick Ta's tinted lip gloss, but they're like a thicker gloss. They're not like they're very heavily pigmented. If you know, I'm tripping on the formula and like the name of it. I can't remember the name of it, but it reminds me a lot of that formula where it's heavily pigmented, thick gloss. A little more just to blend on top. Oh yeah. The spiciness is fully kicking in. And again, I just have to warn you one more time. If you are not okay with lip plumpers and you can't handle that tingly feeling on your lips, just think of like a lip plumper that you've tried, but times 20. That's like the kind of intensity that I get with this one. All right, so these were my drugstore hits. They're new to me. A lot of these are new to the market as well, like the NYX product, the e.l.f. Cosmetics, and also the Build-A-Brow. These are all like brand new, and also the Panorama Mascara. These are all like brand new launches as far as the drugstore goes, and then plus some like older amazing ones that are mixed in that are newer to me. But these are my drugstore hits. Leave me a comment. Tell me what drugstore hits you've tried recently that you're like loving and wearing constantly. And if you have any suggestions on products that I haven't tried yet from the drugstore that you think I would love and that you think I would be into, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and your suggestions. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like Nikki Uncut and more casual videos, there's so many more that you could check out right here. Thank you all so much for your continued support and for watching my videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.